Scarlet and Violet has ended. So let's open and rank every single Scarlet and Violet set. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chasing the Zard. Today we're going to open up every single Scarlet and Violet set, and we're going to rank them. And here we have 2 packs of every Scarlet and Violet set, going from oldest to newest. Black Bolt and White Flare, I just have one of each, is a dual set, but I'm considering it one single set. But let's start with Black Bolt. Alright, so yeah, this is the most recent set, this and White Flare. Packs for Black Bolt going about $8.84 right now. It's time of this recording. Obviously probably gonna change. I think it was 9 something before, so it's dropping in price, which is good. We do have booster bundles coming out on the 22nd. But with this being a split set, I'll just go through it as fast as I can. We're going to talk about at least the top 2 cards in here. There's the Victini red monochrome, going for about $4.38, and then the Zekrom monochrome black, going for about $4.07. Alright, we have Petalil Reverse, Crogonal Reverse, and Landorus regular holo. And now the second half of this dual set, White Flare. So I remember before, these are about packs were $1 different in price. They've gotten close. It's about $8.44, so 40 cents away now for White Flare, which is much improved. It's still actually, let's say about the same price. They didn't really go down, but Black Bolt did. The top cards in this are the red Victini monochromatic card. It's technically a different card, different set symbol on it, and then the all white Reshiram, which we have pulled. And there's some good SIRs in this one actually that I would love to pull, so hopefully we can get one of those today. Probably not. We do have Blitzel, we have Pokeball Reverse, and Tepig Reverse, and Virizion regular holo with a holo or reverse holo water energy. Now we do have a little bit of a ranking area over here that I set up. With Black Bolt and White Flare, it's going to use the Black Bolt pack to signify. That's going to be middle of the road for right now. I'm going to do worst over here, first over here. Now to the second most recent set, Destined Rivals. Alright, so Destined Rivals is our return to Team Rocket, which they have not. I guess Team Rocket Returns was still the most recent one. And they're looking about $8 a pack. So they're, that's, I guess, less than double MSRP. But yeah, these need to come down because it's not even a large set. It's a medium-sized set, and I feel like it's in a lot of products, and they put out a lot of booster bundles. Hopefully, sometime soon this comes down in price. We have Pineco Reverse, Team Rocket's Porygon 2 Reverse, and Team Rocket Zapdos. And now our second pack of Destined Rivals. I do want to note that this is probably not the best way to open packs, 2 from each set, because there's a good chance we could pull absolutely nothing in all these packs. We have 30 packs here. There's 15 different sets in Scarlet and Violet, and yeah, there's a good chance that I don't pull a whole lot because yeah, the more of a single type of pack you have, the better your chances are to hit those actual odds. We have 2 from every pack, so I'm not super confident we're gonna get a bunch of pulls, but we'll see. We have Team Rocket Sneasel, Team Rocket's Buizel, and Zabuza regular holo. That's what I'm talking about. And since I distracted myself and didn't talk about it, the top pulls from this set are the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, coming in at about $340, and Cynthia's Garchomp EX coming in at about $208. And for Destined Rivals, I'm actually gonna put this above Black Bolt and White Flare. I think overall it's a more fun set. There's more Pokemon that I care about in there. Again, this is my opinion, not a fact. Alright, now on to Journey Together. So Journey Together was the first deck to have the partner Pokemon return in it. Team Rocket also had those, but they pretty much stopped. I don't think they're coming back from Mega Evolution. But it seems to be one of the cheaper packs that you can get for Scarlet and Violet. This is about $6.30, again, still above MSRP. But there's a lot of Journey out there together. That's the one thing I can always find at vending machines. So it's not surprising the packs are a little bit cheaper. We have Cloth, Dunsparce Reverse, Drampa Reverse, and okay, we got Volcanion EX Full Art, our first hit of the day. And on to pack number 2. And the top cards in this set, first off we have the Lily's Clefairy EX, looking about 131. And then we have the Salamence EX, about 80. These are actually some of the not crazy expensive like cards. The SIRs are starting to get down there and pretty cheap. You know, it's like, cause again, it's one of the cheaper sets you can get right now, I think. So I do think the set will probably do okay in the long run. It's not gonna do like amazing. It's not like a Prismatic Evolutions, obviously, but you know, if you like the cards, get it. This Volcarona Reverse, Sprigatito Reverse, and Butterfree Regular Holo. Now we're on to Prismatic Evolutions, and I'm going to switch up a little bit here. I'm going to talk about the pack prices right now before I open, so I have a little bit more time. But this is like the darling child of Scarlet and Violet. The one everyone wants to open is basically the Evolving Skies with this generation. Pack prices are about $9.97, so just about $10. I think last time I looked they were $10, so slowly going down. I think pack prices in general seem to be going down slightly for Scarlet and Violet stuff. But yeah, it's the Evolution set, so let's get into it. Now this is a set that we have opened before. I just want to pull the top cards here quickly, but I forgot to do that. I mean, we know what they are. There's the Umbreon EX, the Sylveon EX, the Leafeon EX, all very expensive cards, all the Evolutions, SIRs. No one's surprised there. But I mean, this is a set that has God packs. It has Demigod packs, so it's not like the pull rates aren't like crazy amazing, but if you can hit good, you hit really good. We have Janine's Secret Art Reverse Pokeball, Black Belt's Training Reverse, and Monkey Dory Regular Holo. And pack number 2 of Prismatic Evolutions. I do know because this one has been so hard to get, it's not going to rank as highly for me. It's been such a pain to get this set. And it's had so many products too. So you feel like there should be a lot of opportunities to get it, and there's not. We have Pupitar Reverse, Execute Reverse, and Iron Boulder Regular Holo. With Prismatic Evolutions, I'm actually gonna put this between Destined Rivals and Black Bolt. I do think that it's a good set. If it was easier to get, it might be higher. And now we have Surging Sparks. This was the Pikachu set of Scarlet Violet. Packs are going for about $7. This was actually the set where stuff started to get a little bit crazy in the market because it was just before Prismatic Evolutions. Everyone's kind of gearing up for that. But it was kind of obtainable for a bit. It wasn't crazy impossible to find. But let's crack into it. Now the top cards in this set, there is the Pikachu EX SIR going for about $262. There's the Latias EX, also the Melodic EX and the Hydreigon. This set has a lot of really good SIRs, a fair bit of good illustration rares too, so it's a pretty solid set, and I remember it's a pretty big set. We have Wo-Chien, Meddling Memo, Xerneas Reverse, Bronzong Reverse, and Skeleturge Regular Holo. Pack number 2 of Surging Sparks. So yeah, this is pack number 10. We've won it so far. So you can see how doing it this method's kind of failing us a little bit. Yeah, I wish maybe I'd done 3 or 4 of each set, but I don't have that many, and that'd be quite an expensive video. We'd be opening like 60 packs. We have Oricorio Reverse, Dragon Elixir Reverse, and Genpao Regular Holo. And now for Surging Sparks. For me, this is actually it's one of the more top sets in Scarlet and Violet. It's going to be above Destined Rivals, definitely. And now we're on to Stellar Crown. This set is one of the, I think this was what? Yeah, this was 2024. I think it was like middle of 2024. Packs are going for about $620 right now, kind of similar to Journey Together. This is not like the most sought after set, but there is some fun stuff in here to pull. Now you'll see this with other sets as we get later in or into the earlier years of Scarlet and Violet, but the top pulls in this set, they're not SIRs. I mean, a few of them are, but the initial top ones, they're illustration rares. It's the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, both going for around $50-ish. Obviously, they're the starters. They have the kind of matching card, the Obsidian Flames ETB, which that promo goes for like $23. Not even the Pokemon Center one. That can't imagine the Pokemon Center one must be really expensive. But yeah, it's a fun set. There's some good stuff to pull in here, but it's not like. It did start the Stellar Pokemon, which lasted, what, like 3 sets? But there's nothing too crazy in here that's like, oh wow, I really want to have this set. We have Mienfoo Reverse, Lapras Reverse, and Caracosta Regular Holo. Pack number 2 of Stellar Crown. Now looking through what is in this set, I know I want to pull the Dachshund EX, but beyond that, there's not really a whole lot left for me to pull that I want to pull in here. I think I got most of the stuff I wanted. So this is just kind of like, hey, if I can fill out the binder a little bit, that's cool. We have Briar, Azumarill, Fanrotom Reverse, Joltik Reverse, and Kling Regular Holo. Oh wow, I'm really striking out here. For Stellar Crown, I'm actually going to put this below Prismatic, but above Black Bolt. Again, I do think it's a good set. It's a little bit small. I do wish there's more stuff to pull in it. But so the pulls that it does have there is some really good IRs in there. And now we have Shrouded Fable. This is probably my least favorite special set in Scarlet and Violet. Packs are going for about $723, and I think that's really not because of demand, just because there's not a lot of product out there. This does have some cool cards to pull, but I mean, case in point, the 2 top cards in this are both gold cards. Which are almost never the top cards in Scarlet and Violet. So I would tell you a lot about this set. Let's crack it open. Yeah, so the top card in this set is actually the Gold Earthen Vessel. Now, Earthen Vessel is a very playable card. It's one that gets a lot of use. The regular version of it is actually like $1 or something like that last time I remember checking. I've not checked in a bit. And also the gold basic darkness energy is the other one. I guess maybe gold cards are really hard to pull in this set. Maybe that's why. But like the SRS for Pheasantipity EX and the Persian Illustration Rare are the next 2, and they're not like crazy expensive. So I mean, it's just not a super softer set. We have Night Stretcher Reverse. We have Horsey Illustration Rare. Actually, that's a pretty nice art. Actually, kind of cute. And Haxorus Regular Holo. Funnily enough, I always talk trash about this set, but I always get pulls from it. I pulled multiple SIRs from this. I pulled the Persian twice. This Horsey I didn't even realize was in this set. But I do like the original Kanto Pokemon, and this is one of them. So, you know, it's a set that treats me well, even though I treat it like crap. Pack number 2. It's also very nice just to get another hit at this point. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I pull like an Okie Dokie EX out of this set, because I always do for some reason. We have Iron Moth, Cassiopeia, Varoom Reverse. Actually, I like the one thing I do like with this is they had this slight like different reverse holo pattern, which is not bad. It's interesting. It's different at least than all the other ones. We have Inkay Reverse and Kingdra EX, actually serving up a double hit, and it's a Horsey and a Kingdra, so we have a full evolution line. For Shrouded Fable, as nice as this set is to me, it is the bottom of the barrel set. I would love for it to be higher, it just doesn't have enough stuff that I care about. And now we're on to Twilight Masquerade. This is kind of one of the sets that this and I think Shrouded Fable I always forget about in the sets that came out in 2024. Packs are going for about $673 right now. Not crazy expensive, not the cheapest either. A little bit above that. But it has some good stuff to pull, so let's crack into it. Now, this is one of the sets where I have pulled the top card. It is the Greninja EX SIR, I think it was in a collection box. I just got lucky and that came out. There's also the Perrin Special Illustration Rare, which is one we do want to pull, along with the, I think, Hisuian Growlithe Illustration Rare. That makes a really cool kind of paired image. And we have pulled the Eevee in this set, I think, twice. That's actually, you know, the other kind of really big hit in here, along with the Carmen Special Illustration Rare. We have Dipplin Reverse, Lampent Reverse, and Infernape Regular Holo. Pack number 2. And I wouldn't call this, like, it's not a bad set. It's not an amazing set either. It's one of those middle of the road ones. I think the next few we're opening are kind of the middle of the road until we get some really good sets that opened up Scarlet and Violet, which, looking back, they were really good and we just didn't realize what we had at the time. We have Leafeon, Tadpole Reverse, Goldeen Reverse, and Lucian Full Art Trainer. I don't know, I think I pulled the SIR Lucian, so this is actually a new hit for me. Now, for Twilight Masquerade, we're actually going to put this one, it's going to be middle of the road. It's going to be below Prismatic, but just above Stellar Crown. Now we're on to Temporal Forces, and I'd not realized that these packs are at $5.75. They're like a little over $1 from MSRP. I think that's great for the market. I think this is a decent set, so hopefully other sets follow suit. But yeah, I did not realize that these had gotten that low. I think at one point they were definitely a bit higher. But yeah, if you're looking for some cheaper Scarlet and Violet to open, this might be the way to go. Let's crack into it. Now, the top pulls in this set, I feel like they used to be not SIRs. Oh, no, they were. I'm thinking of the Paradox Rift. Yeah, they're SIRs. There's the Raging Bolt EX Special Illustration Rare. Also the Iron Crown. Those are kind of like two of the main Pokemon for this set, so not surprising. For number 3, we do have the Ghastly Illustration Rare. Again, that's an illustration rare for original Kanto Pokemon. It's going to be expensive. There's a good number of illustration rares in here, so it's not super easy to pull. Do know that. We have Snom Reverse, Chatot Reverse, and the Dunsparce Regular Holo. Pack number 2, Temporal Forces. So I do want to say, I think this is the set that started Ace Specs. They didn't start in Paradox Rift, right? Yeah, no, they started in Temporal Forces. And I always get this set and Paradox Rift messed up because they're two very Paradox Pokemon focused. And so for some reason that just confuses me in the head. But yeah, this is also the set where there's a Gengar EX, there's a full art version, and there's not an SIR version, which I think is the cardinals in this set. If there was a Gengar EX SIR, this set would probably be one of the most expensive sets in Scarlet and Violet, instead of possibly the cheapest. We have Nuzleaf Reverse, Excadrill Reverse, and can we at least get an EX? Nope, Iron Valiant Regular Holo. Now for Temporal Forces in the ranking, I believe for me this is going to be... You know what, I think it's going to be below Black Bolt, to be honest. I'm being serious. I don't really care about the Paradox Pokemon. That's just my personal opinion. I wish I could get these to stand up straight a little bit easier. And now on to Paldean Fates. This is the shiny set of Scarlet and Violet. Packs for these have actually gotten pretty expensive because it's become so hard to find, I think, is a lot of it. It's about $11.13. I didn't expect these to pass Prismatic Evolutions. But I guess because they keep putting out so much Prismatic Evolutions, they're not putting out as much Paldean Fates. It's probably why it's above it. I don't think long term that this is ever going to do as good as as Prismatic Evolutions, but it is a good set. There's a lot of good shinies in here. They learned their mistakes from Shining Fates, so let's see if we can pull some of them. Now, this is a little bit of a weird set. There are a ton of shiny full arts. There's a shiny Volt. There's only 3 illustration rare shiny Pokemon. Those are the top cards in the set, surprisingly. No, just kidding. There's the Bubble Mew, the Mew EX SIR, going for about $4.73. There's the Charizard EX shiny that we need to pull. It is 170, so I'd really like to pull it, not to buy it ever. Then there's the Gardevoir EX, which is a shiny Gardevoir. Basically, this is the one in Paldean Fate, Paldea Evolved, I believe. No, Scarlet and Violet. This is in Scarlet and Violet base. Basically had that Gardevoir, and it's just the shiny version. But there's a really good shiny vault in here as well. A lot of good baby shinies. Hopefully we can pull one of those. We have Charmeleon, Scraggy Reverse, Natu Reverse, and Nimona. Alright, Nimona Full Art Trainer. I believe this is the top Full Art Trainer, and I know the SR version of this is... yeah, there's definitely an SR version where she's like throwing the Pokeball, I believe. Fact number 2. Now, what's also weird about this set is that there are illustration rares. There are 3 of them. If you open this set in large amounts, you will pull a bunch of them repeatedly. It gets kind of annoying, actually. There's also, like, the full art trainers. Like, we pulled one. We actually pulled one of the better ones, I think. Like the Paldean Student, Judge. Those get pulled a lot. They're also very annoying when you'd rather just pull shinies. We have Nimona's Backpack Reverse, Toad School Reverse, and that 2 regular hollows. So no big shiny hits in there, sadly. Alright, now we're on to Paldean Fates. It is set with the Charizard, so of course, in my mind, that always ranks it a little bit higher. But the pull rates for the SIRs are terrible. You pull the IRs way too much. You pull the full art trainers way too much. But it does also have a very good selection of shiny baby Pokemon. So it's going to be middle of the road for me. It's going to be, I think, below Twilight. No, it's going to be above Twilight, but below Prismatic. And now we're on to Paradox Rift. This is the set that introduced Paradox Pokemon into the TCG. Packs are going for about $5.95, so not crazy expensive, but there's a lot of good arts in here. And for some reason, they're all, like, not expensive. I had trouble pulling them, but I guess other people did not. Now, this is another one of those sets where, weirdly, the top card is not an SIR. It is an illustration rare. It is the Groudon. But then the next top card is a SIR, is the Altaria EX, which is slowly moved into the top spot, just barely ahead of the Roaring Moon EX. And I think that Altaria EX was undervalued for a long time. I think it's still probably a little undervalued, but it is definitely the nicest looking SIR in this set. You can fight me on that. Tell me in the comments. But we have Earthen Vessel, Larry Reverse, Iron Hands EX SIR. Okay, we've got an SIR pulled. This is one we actually have pulled before. And Zacian Rego Hollow. Alright, I wish you were the Altaria, the Roaring Moon, or the Garchomp. But you are top hit of the opening so far, so you're going to go right here. And our second pack of Paradox Rift. I think that might actually have been the cheapest SIR, which I pulled it twice, so I guess it's really not that hard to pull. But yeah, I mean, I always get this set and Temporal Forces confused with each other, so it's probably not a good sign that it's going to do well in my ranking. I guess, again, this ranking it's my opinion. It's not stated by any sort of fact, just my opinion. So definitely feel free in the comments to let me know what your ranking is. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me I'm an idiot. And tell me how I should have it instead. I won't change it, but I'd love to hear your reasoning. We have Drubble Reverse, Blitzel Reverse, and Iron Valiant EX. So it's starting to get a little bit more hits. And now we have Paradox Rift, and again, I always get these confused with, the set with Temporal Forces. So it's obviously going to go down here. I guess I'll put Paradox Rift ahead because it introduced Ace specs, so that's better at least. And now we're on to what is probably one of my favorite sets in Scarlet and Violet, 151. Now this is also one of the most expensive sets in Scarlet and Violet. It's currently going for like just over $11, so actually cheaper than Paldean Fates, which again surprises me. I think they need to print more Paldean Fates. It'd be good for everyone. But this is the original, all the original Kanto Pokemon. I wish it was like Black Bolt my favorite. We had an illustration rare and an SIR for every one of them. That would be amazing. But I think a lot of these Pokemon actually had IRs and SIRs in later sets, like that Horsey there, and there's a few others, the Eevee. So they spread it out. There's still some that are missing. I'd like to see a Cubone or Marowak illustration rare would be cool. But the top card in this set is the Charizard EX SIR, followed by the Venusaur and obviously the Blastoise. to no one's surprise there. And we have Nidoqueen Reverse, Charmeleon Reverse, and Vaporeon Regular Holo. Pack number 2, 151. Now this is currently the only set in Scarlet and Violet that I'm doing a master set of. We are, 6 cards short. We do need the Ivysaur illustration rare, the Squirtle illustration rare, the Pikachu illustration rare, and we have 2 full arts we need with the Arbok EX, the Ninetales EX, and then a reverse holo Beedrill, which I looked through all my bulk, it's not in there, so we don't have it. If that's the last card left, I will cry. But we have Charmander Reverse. Can we get anything we need? Nope. Diglett Reverse and Jolteon Regular Holo, striking out with 151. And for the ranking 151, that goes it goes right to the top. I know. It's a very overloved set. It's a good set. There's a reason why it's so beloved, and for me right now, it has the top spot. And now we have Obsidian Flames. This is the Charizard set, for lack of a better way to describe it, of Scarlet and Violet. It has better stuff than just Charizard, so don't write it off yet. But packs are going for about almost $7 now, which is surprising because a year ago, I know the market's been crazy, but you could get the set, like these packs, for like $3. They were not hard to get whatsoever. They were not expensive either. But I think this, despite the low cost of the cards in this set, the packs are starting to get up there. But being as I call this a Charizard set, to no one's surprise, the top card in this set is the Charizard EX Special Illustration Rare. Yes, this looks similar to one Paldean Fates. The Paldean Fates is like a slightly modified, shiny, and different version of this. I think they're probably the same illustrator too. That's the word. No, it's I feel stupid now. I'm gonna have to look at the card. Man. I just cannot remember the name of the illustrator. It is Akira Igawa. There it is. I was gonna say, I was wrong on that. Akira Igawa, which has done some crazy good arts, especially these Charizards. They look so cool. I'd love to pull another one. But we have Snubbull Reverse, Salazzle Reverse, and Thundurus Regular Holo. Pack number 2. Now, after the Charizard EX SAR, we do have the Charizard EX Gold, which is, I don't really like the full art and gold version of Charizard in this. It looks a little meh. But after that is the Ninetales illustration rare, which is one I definitely want to pull. It is a very awesome looking card. I think it's undervalued right now. And there's also the Cleffa, which is also a very cool Cleffa. You don't really see like that kind of like, way to say this. You don't see cards that look like kind of like that kind of environment. It looks like almost fantasy-like. So does the Ninetales. But yeah, those are definitely some really good pulls in the set that are underappreciated. We have Cleffa Reverse, Diggersby Reverse, and can we just get an EX or full art? Nope, Scizor Regular Holo. Alright, now we have Obsidian Flames. Of course, it's a Charizard set. I do love Charizard. But there's just not enough to pull in here. I wish there was more. It's like 2 SIRs and like 4 or 5 more illustration rares from being like one of the top sets. So I'm gonna put it, for me personally, it's just above Prismatic, but definitely below Destined Rivals. This is all about to fall now. Yep. And now we're on to Paldea Evolved. This was the second set to come out during Scarlet and Violet. It was a pretty big set too, as I remember. Pack prices for this are about $9.22, so it's actually going to be one of the more expensive sets to get. It has a lot of good arts. I think at one point it was also very, very cheap, just like Obsidian Flames. I remember you get the booster bundles along with Scarlet and Violet base at GameStop for like $14, $15. Sorry, not the bundles, the build and battle boxes for like $12, $15 somewhere in there. And I stocked up. I still have a bunch. So we'll be opening some more of this in the future. But yeah, Paldea Evolved. And this is another one of those weird sets where SIRs, those are definitely not the most expensive card set. Illustration rares, however, those are. So first off, we have the Magikarp, which I remember people going crazy over this card, and it's still very expensive, $250 for that card. And then the only illustration rare we have in even the top 5 is the Yono, going for about 50. We have the Raichu, the Tyranitar, the Maushold close out the 5th spot, and then finally you have the Tinkaton EX, which I don't even think that's the best EX SAR in the set. There's the starters, which look really good to me. The Skeledirge, the Meowscarada, and the Quaquaval are really undervalued right now, I think. We have Larvitar Reverse, Luminous Energy Reverse, and Cerulet Regular Hollow. Alright, pack number 2 of Paldea Evolved. So we're on quite a dry streak. We've not had a hit in a while. Hopefully that can change with one of these remaining 3 packs. Yeah, this 15 sets basically in 3 years. I think actually been a little less than 3 years. Mega Evolution is going to start in September. I think they could have done with 1 or 2 less sets in this time, and this would have been a really good block. So hopefully for the next year or 2, they slow down just a little bit, maybe print a little bit more, meet the demand, and not make it so FOMO. We have Ceruledge Reverse, Arctibax Reverse. Can we get an EX? Oh yeah, we did. We got an over an EX. All right. And now we have Paldea Evolved. This is a really good set. I wish I could pull more from it. It's not like the greatest pull rates, but it has a lot of good stuff in here to pull. A lot of good arts, illustration rares, SIRs. They're all very cheap now too. So if you want to just pick up this set just with singles, you probably could do decently well. In my mind, it is a better set than Obsidian Flames, so it's going to go. I think actually it's going to go above Destined Rivals even. And now we're on to Scarlet and Violet base. This is the first Scarlet and Violet set, obviously, the base set. Packs are now going for about $6.20-ish, I believe, which is... it was really cheap before, so I'm not surprised that it's around 6-ish. Very similar trajectory to Obsidian Flames. But again, this is the first set of Scarlet and Violet, and looking at the arts and stuff, it was a really good set, especially for a base set. So let's crack into it. Now, one thing about this set is that all the cards are still pretty cheap. The top card is the Gardevoir EX. It's only $40. I would like to pull it. I do have a bunch of Scarlet and Violet base sets, so hopefully we can. Then there's also the Rolts. The Drowsy is still very expensive. I don't know why. I think that's market manipulation, to be honest. There's the Miriam special illustration rare, and also the Kirlia illustration rare. And there's just a lot of good illustration rares in here. So hopefully we can pull one of them. We have Palmot Reverse, Mezagoza Reverse, and Cloth Regular Hollow. I remember pulling that one a lot. Alright, now we're on to the last pack we're going to open tonight. The last pack, Scarlet and Violet base. Let's do our customary flip. Hopefully we can get a good hit out of here. Maybe get to 9 hits, although there's still a chance for double hits. In the earliest Scarlet and Violet sets, I think I would just like 1. Yeah, I'm curious if the number of hits would have changed, like percentage-wise, of how many packs we opened if I opened, like 3-4 packs of each set. But I feel like we're gonna strike out here. We have 4 hits in 8 packs. That is better than 1 out of 4, so it's not utterly terrible. Let's see what we got. We have Slowpoke Reverse. Blow it. Reverse. Can we get anything in the last slot? Palmot Regular Hollow. Oh well. And now we have Scarlet and Violet base set. Obviously, I reorganized it a little bit, make it look a little nicer. But I also left a slot for where this one I think is going. It is middle of the road. It is not the best set, but it is actually, I think, it is the best base set. Sparing like the original Pokemon base set. Because it's very good, a lot of good arts. Came out strong with the SIRs and the illustration rares. Just, it's a good set. But hey, now we have everything ranked. So obviously, starting from worst to first, we have Shrouded Fable, Temporal Forces, Paradox Rift, Black Bolt and White Flare, Stellar Crown, Twilight Masquerade, Paldean Fates, Scarlet and Violet base, Prismatic Evolutions, Obsidian Flames, which I know people don't like it there. I'm sure everyone but me would probably move that set lower. We have Destined Rivals, Paldea Evolved, Surging Sparks, and then 151. Alright, that does for this opening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this stroll down memory lane a little bit. We got through all 15 of these Scarlet and Violet sets. Do let me know if you disagree with my ranking. Do definitely toss it in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just think, what else do you want me to open? I do have some plans for the next few openings. We got products coming out. But I'm definitely looking for ideas, so definitely do let me know in the comments. But again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.